Talking to a beautiful brother today, and we were discussing the importance of our food and basically just the corruption that goes on with the way our food is produced and how, and just like the foods that we're taught are, good for us and that we should eat, only to find out that most of these foods are what leads to a lot of the sicknesses and diseases that we face in this world. I'm trying to get the lighting right, it seems too bright. And basically, we were talking about how, the food that is produced, we really shouldn't be eating it anyways, a lot of it. And because it's so detrimental to our health. And not only that, the environment, we started to touch bases on how the food is the underlying cause of sicknesses and disease, as well as, I was looking at my screen, not even at the lens, sickness and disease, as well as climate change going on all around the world. He mentioned how the 9 planetary biosphere or biosystem, I have to go look it up, but it's here, I got it. But the 9 planetary system, basically 4 of those we have already pretty much destroyed, or have already hit our tipping point at. And so basically we need to make some changes as a globe, and if we don't, we will experience a lot of changes on a drastic level in this world if we don't address the real causes of climate change, global warming going on, which is the food, which is the same thing causing so many people all over the world, not just Americans, to be sick or have symptoms of some sort from the food: constipation, asthma, allergic reactions. All of these things in some way have to do with the foods that we eat on a daily basis. And the way that food that we eat that's harming our health is grown, the way it's harming our health, guess whose else health it's harming? The environment. The environment. Mother Earth. Mother Earth is living, y'all. She is breathing. She is a nurturer. She's a provider. Don't y'all think she's hurting too? Don't y'all think she's experiencing some symptoms? Yes, she is. Right now, she's crying for our health as a whole, because it's not just one. It's all of us that have to collectively come together to make the necessary changes in this world, which is just a plant-based diet, going back to natural organic things, to be very honest, in order to have a sustainable planet and future. Our lives depend on it, literally. We are near the largest extinction since the dinosaur era. And we're not talking about in the next 100 years, y'all. We're talking about within 20 to 30, 40 years. If changes aren't made and we don't take the inspired action as a whole on what is important for all of us, then we're going to see how this thing can play out a lot worse than it already is. We are seeing the cause of climate change all around the world. Whether we choose to pay attention to it or not, it's there, it's happening. And so you might as well, start to become a little more mindful, because everything has an effect on you, your family, your loved ones, your friends. And so don't just think about you. This isn't about just you. It's about the whole. And climate changes are causing the air to be polluted and filled with harmful chemicals that we breathe in each and every day. Heavy metals and different things in the air. Nano, just everything in the air. And ocean acidification, deforestation happening around the globe. Droughts, wildfires, hurricanes, tornadoes, typhoons. These things are not by coincidence. They're not just, oh, it's just happening. No, guys, it's because of the way we have not cared for this planet. And the way our food is grown has a lot to do with it. And we have to stop avoiding the problem before we face not having points of return. And again, we all live on this planet, and so we all are affected by what isn't done. And I think we all just need to start to think about that more, and how it's really affecting all of us. And so take some time to sit still, find some solitude, and sit in your heart and really think about this food and the foods that are right for you, your family, your loved ones, and at this point, the world, the planet itself, because the way we choose to live and what we choose to do will have a lot to do with how this plays out in the world, as far as like climate change and getting back to net zero, which was supposed to be the goal by 2025, 2030. But we are getting further away from that gap instead of closing it in. And that's what's so important for me, just to share and express, is that we have to really start to pay attention to the things that are most important to all of us, and see how we can come together, because it's going to take the collective to set aside all differences. There is no differences when we have something so common and the same, which is this issue that we all face. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys. Love and vibrancy.